Okay. Good idea, get real slides. Okay. Thank you. Well, welcome to the 2017 UAB State of the University Address by President Watts. It's an annual event sponsored by the UAB faculty and the Faculty Senate. This event provides an opportunity for the President to update us on where we've been over the last year and how we have affected the city, the world, and everyone else, and how we have changed the world to some extent already in just 1 year, but then also tell us what the future is for UAB and what a great bright future that's going to be. President Ray Watts is a native of Birmingham. He graduated in engineering with a bachelor's degree from University of Alabama at Birmingham. He then went on to Washington University in St. Louis, where he concluded his medical degree there. He decided to go east from there to Boston, and at Harvard University Medical School and Massachusetts General Hospital, he carried out his fellowship as well as residency in neurology. He then left there and did a fellowship at National Institutes of Health, especially studying the clinical and research basis for Parkinson's disease and other movement disorders. He carried that forward to Emory University, where he took his first faculty appointment and stayed through full professor there, helping an extremely talented group of researchers and clinicians build up a world-class movement disorders center at Emory. We were fortunate enough to recruit him here in 2003 as the chairman of neurology, and he did the same here as he had done at Emory and build up really a world-class research and clinical center at UAB for Parkinson's disease and movement disorders, and we're very grateful for that. He only stayed in that position for 6 years before he was elevated to Senior Vice President of Medicine and also Dean of Medicine at UAB, and also took over as the President of the Health Services Foundation of Alabama during that period. His performance there enticed the U8 Board of Trustees to name him as the 7th President of the University of Alabama at Birmingham, a position which he now holds, and will tell us about where we are as a university from that position. I welcome all of you here in the audience and also the large crowd we have on the streaming of this event. It also will be archived. One word of note, if you want to ask a question, you may ask that live and I will call on you for those questions after the address, but also we will pass out 3x5 cards. If you'd prefer having us ask the questions for you, just write on those cards and we will ask those questions from the front. Join me now in welcoming Dr. Ray Watts, President of the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Well, thank you, Mike, for that gracious introduction. I'm thrilled to be here, to be able to share with you the privilege and pleasure that I have to help lead this university along with our great faculty, staff, students, alumni, and community. 2017 has been a record-breaking year in almost every part of our mission, and it's because of the great work that you and our colleagues have done. And I love this picture on the title slide, which is new, but it really gives you a good shot of UAB's presence on the south side of Birmingham, now covering 100 blocks. Extraordinary year, really, and the accomplishments exceeded even our expectations, which were high, and we're poised to have an even greater year coming up. We released today for the first time our newest economic impact study results, and now the economic impact of UAB is $7.15 billion a year. Affects almost 65,000 jobs and creating 1 in every 31 jobs in Alabama. For every $1 that our state has invested in us, we had a $25 economic impact return. I wish my retirement did that well. And look at this, $595 million a month, $20 million a day, and $13,000 a minute. We now have the largest student body we've ever had. We had a record year with almost 21,000 students, a 7% increase over last year, and the largest freshman class ever, and the most academically qualified ever. And if you spend time with our students, you see how awesome they are. Credit hour production went up 8%, which means our students are taking more hours, which will help lead them to an earlier graduation. We continue to encourage that. We have one of the most diverse, if not the most diverse, student bodies of any research Tier 1 university in America. 39% of our students are underrepresented minorities, and the heterogeneity of that is remarkable. Almost 20% are African American students. So we want to serve our community, our state, our nation, and indeed the world. And you see that we had 973 international students on campus studying here at this great university. And you see a large number of faculty and other scholars, and they represent over 100 companies. On my drive in today across campus, as the students were going to and from class, the diversity that I saw was remarkable. The reason that's so important, why we celebrate diversity, is that the more our students and we interact with others who are from around the world or from around the United States or around the Southeast or have different skin color, have a different religion, we realize that we are much more alike than we are different. And that leads to understanding the value of diversity. It gives such a rich texture to an education. And we want our students to have the best possible curricular experience and extracurricular experience. And we welcome the diversity. You see, the gender diversity is we have over 61% of our students are women. And among our employees, 60-some-odd% are women. So the women are taking over. This inclusive and supportive environment has been recognized, not only here but around the country and around the world. And you see these different awards that we have received for being proactive about having critical conversations. Before a week was out when President Trump was elected, and there was a lot of uncertainty among our students and faculty and population, we had a town hall led by our Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Dr. Paulette Dilworth and her staff, and Andrea Taylor and the Civil Rights Institute and their staff. And we wanted to have a forum where we could discuss all of the important issues and how people felt and how to go forward and how to be constructive and proactive and do something about change if you feel change is needed. We've now had 4 of those since then, and we have taken on topics like Black Lives Matter, free speech, open discourse, and we've had a very diverse group of panelists in each of those. And they've all been learning experiences, and we want to stay ahead of these important issues facing not only America but the world, and we want to do it in a civil way and help one another understand it better and let everybody have a voice. We are striving hard to serve our community and to serve our young people from all backgrounds, and we're building a better pipeline to higher education. We want to give as many students as possible the opportunity to have a world-class education here and to go on and change the world and make it a better place. Our Woodlawn High School early college experience has already touched the lives of 86 students. And you see that they've earned almost 330 credit hours, which will go toward their graduation when we hope they come to UAB. The graduation rate in Woodlawn is about 49%. And we're there on their campus, teaching our introductory courses, and then allowing them to come to UAB and be UAB students, because we want to help them get a great start. Our Blazing Start program is for inner city young people. We allow them to have an ACT below 20, down to 18 or even 17 if they're hard workers and have done well, and they can experience a great education here. And we're working with our community colleges to help them be successful and graduate their students and let them come on to UAB if they desire. Well, our undergraduates continue to excel in academics and service, over 300 service hours last year. And you see here that again this year we had a record-breaking year in the number of national and international scholarship and fellowship awards. And we're very proud that our team from UAB is competing as one of the 12 finalists from around the world in a solar decathlon. They built this house that you see a cross-section of. It's got 2 bedrooms. It's got a living, dining area. It's got a bathroom. It's got storage area. It's all run by solar panels on the roof. And they're out there competing now, and I think they're going to win. We continue to try to make sure that we are offering academic programs that are meaningful in this day and time, as well as the full range of academic programs that we have already. And you see here that we've got new majors enrolling this fall in a Bachelor of Science in Immunology. That's a partnership between the College of Arts and Sciences and the School of Medicine. And we have a BS in Medical Sociology, which is very important in the whole broad picture of comprehensive health care. We are developing new majors now that will enroll in the coming year. Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics. Information science has never been more important. It is the modern world. Digital forensics. You hear every day about somebody being hacked. And probably most of the people in this room have been hacked because we were in that Equifax 150 million people. So we want to do something about it. And we emphasize in our own information technology program, Dr. Carver leads so successfully, the #1 priority is security of our information. Genetics and genomic sciences. It's going to be the foundation of the future of medicine and healthcare. Big data, a master's degree. That relates to finance, it relates to healthcare, it relates to genomics and precision medicine, and we want to be at the forefront. And we are in the planning stages of probably the first undergraduate degree in the country in cancer biology, which draws on the great strength of our comprehensive cancer center. You see here that we continue to do well among graduate schools in many areas. Our health administration program ranks 2nd in the country. And whenever I see the chair, Dr. Lemak, I ask her, when are we going to be #1? And she says, we're working on it. And she means it. And you see the full range there. We're so proud of all of these programs that help prepare future leaders in these fields. It's remarkable the success of a 47-year-old institution. We won't turn 50 until 2019. And you see here that among research comprehensive universities in the world, based on statistics like number of publications, impact of publications, new businesses, patents, etc., we rank #1 in Alabama, 67 nationwide, and we have 3 programs that rank in the top 50 in the world. Among our research, which is a powerful engine, led now by Dr. Chris Brown and others, and we're doing better than we have in the past, over $500 million worth of funded research. That's twice as much as all the other universities in Alabama put together. So you see what an impact that has. Every new treatment, every new advance comes from research. You have to work hard and you have to understand the mechanisms. And you can see that UAB ranks highly among all universities and among public universities. In federal funding, we ranked 18th among all public universities. In NIH funding, we ranked 10th, 22nd overall. And our School of Medicine now ranks 7th among all public universities and 22nd overall. You see some of these data about our hospital. Our hospitals, between UAB and Children's and affiliated hospitals and our clinics, treated over 1.7 million patient visits last year. Tremendous impact. We saw more patients, saved more lives, did more transplants, took care of more sick children than ever before. And you can see that our programs rank highly among the top 50 in the United States. I love this graphic. That's our research computer working, cranking away. And we've made major investments since 2016 when we realized we're getting ready for precision medicine, for informatics, for handling our genomes. With all those patients and all of our information in our electronic health record, we can now begin to load in our genomic information, and understanding the genomic basis of disease is going to lead to new and better targeted, precise therapies. Dr. Carver and his team have helped us have the fastest supercomputer in Alabama, one of the fastest in the Southeast. We increased our connectivity to the internet to 100 gigabits from 10, the first university in Alabama to do so. And now our supercomputer is 3 times faster than our closest competitor. But we use this also. We make it available to Innovation Depot and the 100 startup companies there, many of which are technology and software based, because we want to give Birmingham an added advantage. And we are creating an ecosystem here for innovation that will be unparalleled in the future. We have the pleasure of having a tremendous campus, 100 blocks now on the south side of Birmingham. That's about 25% of downtown Birmingham. And we are moving in directions both east and west, but also north on purpose to join the city through what has now become Parkside, because we want to help Birmingham be all it can be. And our campus planning team and facilities, Bob McMains and James Fowler and the others, have done a fabulous job of helping us look forward 5 and 10 years. Right now, we have 3 major academic buildings coming out of the ground. And overall, we have $150+ million worth of building projects going on right now. And that is helping shape this great campus and make it one of the finest in the country. And we've begun to create zones so that we know where certain areas are. On the west side are athletics, and under 65 our support services. Right in the heart is the academic campus, the cultural district, around the hospital, the research, and student housing. And we are continuing to green our campus and to make it one of the most sustainable. These are the new facilities that are going up now, and they're in different stages. On the top left, the Collat School of Business, the structure is up. And Dean Jack, I saw, they're putting glass on the side of it now. It is beautiful. He's not proud of it. He only goes by there about 6 times a day. I go about twice because I'm proud of it too. It's going to be a fabulous building there on University Boulevard. In the bottom left, the new School of Nursing building. I had the privilege to do a hard hat tour, and it is going to be a fabulous educational space. They have designed that so beautifully. And the new College of Arts and Sciences building on the bottom right, we just broke ground a few weeks ago, and it's fenced off, and they're ready to begin to build it. And look how beautiful this building will be as it opens onto the campus green in back. It's going to be a fabulous educational facility. And Chief Purcell is particularly proud of this building right here. They've been in what used to be an old federal credit savings bank for about 20 or 30 or 40 years. And they need a modern, highly technological facility to take care of all of us. So we have about 110 officers, and they do a great job of keeping us safe and secure. Next year, we look forward to breaking ground on our new genomic Medicine and Data Sciences Research Building, which will be on the corner of 18th Street and 9th Avenue South. You see it right here on the left of the School of Health Professions. And we will restore this green space after these are built and make that, once again, Unity Park. This facility will put us at the forefront of precision medicine, which is the future foundation of modern healthcare. Our fifth mission pillar is economic development, and that is because UAB has such an important role to play in the economy of Birmingham and Alabama and our nation, and it has impact around the world. And you see data here that the Harvard Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, under the very capable direction of Dr. Kathy Nugent, is continuing to accelerate our commercialization of innovations here. Our faculty and staff and students innovate daily, weekly, to solve problems and challenges that they have, whether they're in the classroom, in the engineering laboratory, or in the operating room in the hospital. And we want to capture those innovations and make them available to the world. And in parallel to that, we want to commercialize them and bring resources back to UAB and help the economy of Birmingham and Alabama grow. We have one of the finest incubators, business incubators in the country, third largest in Innovation Depot. And if you haven't been there lately, go down and visit. I go down once or twice a week to get my battery recharged because it's pulsating with energy and intellectual capability. Almost 900 people come to work every day there, 100 companies. And we grow out 5 or 10 a year, and 5 or 10 more come in. It's full and very successful. You can see that UAB ranked 66th in the world in the number of patents last year. And that was 45 patents issued, 6 startups, 52 licenses exercised in collaboration with others. And just recently, Dr. Nugent and her team launched a UAB Commercialization Accelerator, and she's already won a $500,000 grant from the Department of Commerce Economic Development Authority to help build that. Our students are involved. We have 16 student-led companies formed in the Innovation Lab at Innovation Depot or here on campus. You can see our inaugural Presidential Innovation Fellows on the bottom. They were students who are from engineering and business and other areas who have partnered with our nursing teams in the hospital. And the nursing teams put on a website the challenges they're facing in taking care of their patients that day, that week. And then they, through their classes with our faculty leaders, they take on a project and they create a real solution to that project. And these two groups developed a new way to handle ostomies, which is a real big problem, not only for the people who have them, but the people who take care of them. And also to how to manage when you've got somebody sick in the ICU and they have multiple infusions and multiple wires and in their heart, et cetera. How do you manage that bundle? It's a problem now. They get infected. And so they've both developed prototypes, and they've now gotten follow-on funding from our UAB Health System Innovation Board to take those and try to create products that will help people be better and help manage those people better. And we've got a new group coming in this year. Innovate Birmingham. We've been working for the last 2 years to lay the foundation of a new initiative around creating an urban innovation district in downtown Birmingham, around us, Southern Research, around Innovation Depot. And we have made a lot of progress. And just this past May, we stood up the organization as an independent organization called Innovate Birmingham. Bob Crutchfield is the executive director, and we've got a team working together, but he's working with others across the community to build an innovation district around Innovation Depot and eventually around us, and to harness the innovation power of our young people. We're training them in Innovation Depot for careers in IT. And we are having a tremendous impact with our capital plan and investing $50,000 in 10 new companies to come and locate an innovation depot and create their success story and go forward, but to stay in Birmingham and build this ecosystem. Community service is our fourth mission pillar, and we take that very seriously because we have 23,000 employees and now almost 21,000 students. That's a lot of person power, a lot of brain power, and a lot of highly committed people. And we want to harness that, and we want to give back to our community every day. Right now, we're in the process of building our fourth Habitat house for a family in need. We've launched Blazer Kitchen, which is a food pantry, a food donation program that is used for our staff or our students or our patients and visitors who are in need and need help with securing appropriate food. And Into the Streets this spring was very successful with over 200 students out at Red Mountain Park, at the Habitat House, and across the food pantry and other initiatives. We have a wonderful cultural arts district by the Alice Stevens Center, the Abrams Engel Institute for Visual Arts, and the Halsey Center. And you see on the top left our students in this upcoming Midsummer Night's Dream. You see on the top right our beautiful facilities, the Alice Stevens Center, 20th anniversary, and the Abrams Engel Institute, that modern building which has hosted over 6,000 visitors this past year. We had over 135,000 patrons at the Alice Stevens Center from all over, and we bring acts from all over the world as well as from right here in our school in our Birmingham. And you see on the bottom middle this year's opening concert, which broke a record, 1,500 plus, and they had a great experience. On the bottom right, you see what we're all about. Children learning, coming to our campus, or our talented artists going to their campus and helping them realize their potential through the arts. We're in the midst of the campaign for UAB. It's the boldest we've ever had. We're aiming for raising $1 billion, and we've had the good fortune so far to be over $832 million. You can see almost 100,000 people have contributed, and we continue to be successful. Those resources are invested mostly in our people, but you see about 10% we've invested in facilities, 10% in scholarships and other activities, 35% in the support of our faculty, 20% in research, and 25% in programs, new programs or invigorating established programs. We had a great opening day for the return of our football team. We won, and we had the largest crowd ever, over 45,000. If you had the pleasure and privilege of being at this past football game, you realize that it was extremely exciting, and it was decided who would win in the last 3 seconds of the game. As Dr. Carver and I were saying, 99.99% they would have made that field goal, but our player timed it perfectly and blocked it, and the crowd and the team all went wild, and it was exciting. We're playing Middle Tennessee this weekend, and it's going to be even better. We want to make sure that our faculty and staff are in the most inviting and helpful workplace environment possible. And we've received a lot of accolades over the last few years. And Alicia Jones, our Chief Human Resources Officer, and her team continue to do great things. UAB was ranked in the top 75 nationwide in Forbes' America's Best Large Employers for 2017. We were only one of 5 universities. We ranked 5th among all universities. So we're working hard to make sure that we have benefits that are protecting the welfare of our faculty, staff, and our students. We underwent a campus engagement survey this past spring, and some asked, well, should I fill it out? Is it going to mean anything? Is it just going to be put on a shelf somewhere? And we said no. We want to know what everyone thinks, what's going well, and what are things we can do better. And we will make changes, and we got good feedback from them. The most uniform feedback was how proud each of our employees is to work at UAB. No matter what area they work in, they're all proud because we're serving our community and serving mankind in positive ways every day. They said we want more communication, we want more dialogue, we want more exposure to me, our senior leaders, and our deans. And we have committed together that we're going to make that more available. Dr. Benoit, our new provost, and I are in the process of meeting with all 19 departments in the College of Arts and Sciences. We've had about 4 so far. We have 1 today. And they have been fabulous. We've gotten great feedback from our faculty about what's going well and what we can do better and what are some of their concerns and how we can address them. They want to be part of the future planning, and we'll make sure that happens. And we will take action, and you'll see that through our communications and through our connectivity over the coming days and weeks. Together, we want to capitalize on our strengths and do things better that are not done as well as possible. Well, I have spoken recently about the importance of UAB building a regional and national brand. Why is that important? It gives us more visibility for our research grants and funding. It helps us recruit the best and brightest students. It helps people who want to help cure breast cancer or something else that we're doing extremely well have the information to say, I want to invest in that, and I want to change the future, and UAB is helping do that. So it's important, and you see here the top-notch various media outlets that have recognized UAB this year. But we still need to have our voice stronger, and we're working toward that this year.
On this date in 1969, a university was born. A university destined to change forever.
The subject is UAB.
UAB?
UAB. When did it become UAB?
When Birmingham's shining steel era had come to a halt, we were there.
Just a small light in a dark valley.
We started at the bedside of a patient asking, "How are you? And what can we do to help?"
That's a place we've never left. You see, this city is our classroom.
This is our lab.
Our stage.
Our study room. Our dining hall.
And our internships? They're on every block.
This magic city is our home.
And though her past is filled with both triumph and trial,
we met hurt with healing
and forged a new future for us all.
We are working for better health for all of the population of Alabama.
We're a research institution.
So we don't just seek knowledge, we want answers.
We invite every question to be explored, every voice heard,
every opportunity seized.
That invitation brought the best to Birmingham.
And what was once a small light is now a bright skyline.
Alive and thriving.
Our people are from everywhere.
They come here with a dream, and they graduate not only with a degree, but with a shared spirit.
It's the spirit to serve, to truly make a change.
And you only get that from working with what's real.
No college bubble here.
No gated entrances.
No, we do higher education in the real world.
Will you join us?
Where the city is your classroom?
That's the work of Rosie O'Byrne and our great students. Those voices are all our students, and they are real. And they helped create the dialogue and the description of what UAB means to our students and means to Birmingham and the nation. So thank you.